Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Dynamite. I am good old JR Jim Ross. I am Jim Ross here with Conan the Barbarian and with Taz. And today, why we're doing it at 9 in the morning is that at 11 there is a Super Showdown, or the Over Showdown kickoff show. And we don't want to have to deal with that, so that's why we're doing it at 10. We're doing it at 9, and next week we'll be back at 11. So right now we have Bigfoot in the ring. So Randy Orton does not want to say why he's sad for the way he behaved. Randy Orton wants to go around beating up on folks and then saying, oh, he's sad. He's sad. For what? From the way Randy Orton behaves, he's not sad. Well, I don't know about that, Taz says. I don't know if Bigfoot truly knows a lot about Randy Orton, and I think he truly is sad. Well, Taz, don't you start with that, Jim Ross says. We all know that Randy Orton isn't sad. You know, he might say he's sad. The way he behaves tells another soggy tale. That's right, JR. You're right about that, Jim Ross, Conan the Barbarian says. I tell you right now, Bigfoot certainly has askings just like Whitey and Chung Lee before him. But Randy Orton isn't going to give us any more good answer, is he? So Randy Orton, you need to come out and tell me why you're doing what you're doing. Oh, Randy Orton says. So you think that I'm just going to come out and, yeah. You need to tell me why you're doing this. You would never understand why I have to do what I have to do. You see, Randy Orton said everyone has their goal, or whatever you want to call it. Everyone has this deal. My deal is that you will never understand what I want to do. You will not understand, Bigfoot, why I have to do what I have to do. Then Randy, why don't you tell me? I don't think you would understand if I did tell you, Bigfoot, why I did what I did. Oh, I get it, Bigfoot says. You're going to be a jerk about it. Well, I know why you're doing what you're doing. One, I know why you're doing what you're doing. One, you think you're some kind of, saga or tale killer. That you apparently just like beating up on folks, because apparently that makes you feel good. And we all know that you're childish and you like to do childish shit. You've done it your whole life. That you're an irksome irksome soul being or fellow. That certainly has not shifted. And you just do shit because you like to do shit. That's the way you've always been. And you make up shit because you don't want to be answerable for the way you behave. Yeah, well, you think you know everything about me. Yeah, well, fuck you, Bigfoot, because you don't. Yeah, sure. Walk away from me, Randy Orton, because that's what you're really... Oh! Randy Orton again just RKO'd Bigfoot. What's he doing? He just punted him. Son of a bitch, you should have kept your big head out of it. Wait a minute, Jim Ross says. What's Randy Orton doing? Randy Orton's got that seat. What's he going to do with it? Jim Ross said, oh, he just Bigfoot with it, and down he went. Oh. What is that all about? And now another RKO. And don't call it the Diamond Cutter, it's the RKO. Well, Randy Orton, just gave another RKO to Bigfoot after he beat him up with the seat about at least 3 times, Jim Ross says. What's wrong with him? Jim Ross said. I don't know, Conan the Barbarian said. Randy Orton's never been right in the head. I don't know what's wrong with Randy Orton. No one does. Well, I know one thing, Taz says. Randy Orton isn't someone to fuck around with. You know? Well, Randy, I think you already done all the harm you're gonna do, Diva Talk says. So why don't you? Oh no, Diva Talk says. Don't go anywhere, Randy Orton, because I actually think that you should have a fight with Bigfoot here today on Dynamite. See how far you can stretch it out for. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's good of me. At the end of the day, I don't care. Well, you know who's gonna be the fight lord for that fight? Yeah, Algar. I'll get the seat out of the ring. Well, apparently it's on now. Oh! And Randy Orton, ding-ding-ding, Randy Orton going after Bigfoot here. And now Algar once again is the fight overseer, or the fight lord, Jim Ross says. Why? Conan the Barbarian says. Because the true fight lord, or the true fight overseer, is being underseated for being a follower or a worshipper of Seth Rollins. Conan the Barbarian said, well, that might be true, Taz says. Oh, Bigfoot outside now. Might be true, Taz says, but I don't think Algar is anyone really good who should have that kind of job. He can't even stand in the ring unless you got him near the rope and then he falls over. 1, 2, says Taz. 3, 4, 5. Oh! Randy Orton just threw Bigfoot right back into the ring. Randy Orton tried to RKO Bigfoot, Jim Ross says. Conan the Barbarian said Bigfoot got him in a body slam. Bigfoot's got Randy Orton. Another body slam here. Bigfoot once again taking down Randy Orton. The former heavyweight winner, the former TWF heavyweight winner, Jim Ross says. So a body slam. That's right, Conan the Barbarian said. Bigfoot is a former TWF heavyweight winner. He did win the TWF heavyweight winnings one time, Jim Ross. I'll tell you one other thing, Jim Ross, Taz says. Bigfoot, he's putting up a fight now, Taz says. I wouldn't think that from someone who has a small brain like him, but he's putting up a big fight, and down goes Algar again, says Taz. Wait a minute, somehow, Randy Orton. Oh, what the hell? RKO on Bigfoot. This is not right. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, Randy Orton. And now Randy Orton has beat Bigfoot again here. This time on Dynamite, Jim Ross says. What's he doing now? Jim Ross said. He's got that seat again. Conan the Barbarian said. Oh, he just hit Bigfoot with it. He just RKO'd Bigfoot right on that seat. Now I'm making sure the seat actually still works. And now Randy Orton just walked right out of the ring now. As a jerk, Jim Ross says. Why would he do something like that to Bigfoot? Jim Ross says. I don't know, Conan the Barbarian says. But I tell you one thing, Randy Orton is not right in the head. And now he's going around harming folk. I don't know, Taz says. Randy Orton's got his own grounds for his deeds, his doing, his work. And I don't know why he does any of them, Taz says. Well, I understand now that I got one of my old friends. One of my old friends now. I understand Randy Orton's going to be talking to Gorilla Monsoon. Jim Ross, I am here, and I'll be talking with Randy Orton. Randy Orton, what got into you? Gorilla Monsoon says, attacking Bigfoot. First off, Gorilla Monsoon, it's like this. I do what I want to do. I don't know why I did it to Bigfoot. I don't know why I did it to Whitey or Chung Lee. And once again, I say I'm sad. I say I'm sad. Well, you can say you're sad, Randy Orton, but unless you actually mean it, it doesn't mean nothing. You go around saying you're sad, but you still beat up on folks, and you still do things that are wrong. So, I don't think anyone's going to believe you're sad. Believe what you want, Gorilla Monsoon. But I'm here to tell you right now, I am sad for what I did to Whitey back in not long ago. I'm sad I did a Chung Lee long ago. And I'm sad I did a Bigfoot too. Okay, sad for that burp. Well, I'll tell you one other thing, Randy Orton. One of these days, you're going to be held answerable. You're going to be answerable for your deeds you're doing in your work. And also the way you behave. And going around saying you're sad isn't going to help unless you tell someone why the true grounds to why you did what you did. You wouldn't understand, Gorilla Monsoon. No one will understand why I did what I did. But once again, I'm saying I'm sad. Well, Randy Orton's still saying he's sad for what he did wrong, but still not telling us why he did it. Back to you, Jim Ross. Alright, thank you, Gorilla Monsoon. Apparently Bigfoot has finally got out of the ring. And the seat has been taken out of the ring too now. So, Conan, what do you make out of Randy Orton and the way he behaves? Well, I think it's sad, Jim Ross. The way that Randy Orton behaves, he is absurd. He is a skilled wrestler, but it's a shame that he has to behave childish, and it's also a shame he has to go around doing evil, wrong, bad shit to folk and not being answerable for his deeds or his work or his doings. Yeah, well, Taz says, when you're Randy Orton, when you're as good as he is, and you're as skilled and crafted as he is, you don't need to be answerable for anything you do, I guess. I'm not saying that's what I believe. I'm saying that's what he believes. Taz says that's what he thinks in his head. Well, anyway, we wonder if it's going to be an ongoing thing or not. And I understand now that Diva Talks now is going to come out now. Alright, Diva Talk says, after I did a underseeking, after the oversight team and I are still doing the underseeking of the Fight Lord, who we hope is not a follower or worshiper of Seth Rollins. As of right now, we still do not know if he is a follower or worshiper of Seth Rollins or not. But until then, we will have to have other folks being the Fight Lord or Fight Overseer until we can clean his name. Until then, he's not going to be doing any Fight Lording or Fight Overseeing, I can tell you that. And another thing, as far as Randy Orton and the way he behaves goes, we are going to stop that too. We're not going to have Seth Rollins going around doing his shit, and we're not going to have Randy Orton going around doing his shit either. It is what it is. Well, I just want to say thank you to Diva Talks, coming out and telling us the update on the ongoing underseeking of the Fight Lord, the Fight Overseer, Jeremy Rock Burns. And hopefully him not being a follower or worshiper of Seth Rollins, Jim Ross says. Well, I hope so not, Conan the Barbarian says. Because we only have one Fight Lord, one Fight Overseer, we don't have any other ones. Well, I'll tell you one thing, Taz says. It's not good when Seth Rollins' reach goes beyond the wrestlers and the fighters, Taz says. Well, I do understand that we do understand that Bigfoot is looking for... I understand now that Bigfoot's looking for Randy Orton because he's not done with him. So, Randy Orton, this is the stunt you pull on me. You have a fight with me, you beat me up, then you RKO me on a seat. Well, I'm here to tell you, Randy Orton, you're a weakling. And I dare you to come back in the ring now and do it to me again. That's what I want to see. But you know, Randy Orton, you know something? You're a weakling, and you're not going to do any of that. Are you? So if I ever do see you again, Randy Orton, and I hope it's sooner than later, I'm going to beat the shit out of you one way or another. So tell me what you think about that. Well, we all know that Bigfoot has this ongoing thing with Randy Orton, and we hope that this can be ended one way, or the other. But it looks like it will not. Now, sad for that yawn. Well, we understand now. We got the Fight Lord coming out now. Jeremy Pickle. Not Jeremy Pickle, my mistake. Roth Burns. Everyone wants to ask me if I'm a Seth Rollins follower or I'm a Seth Rollins worshiper. And I'm here to tell you, no, I'm not. Okay? I don't worship and I don't follow Seth Rollins. Okay? And what Kevin Owens did to me was wrong. What he did to me on Impact was wrong. And I'm not, and never have been, never will be, a follower, a worshiper, or underling, or whatever you want to call it, of Seth Rollins. Now you, Kevin Owens, need to say you're sad. So you're going to come out and tell everyone that you're not a worshiper, you're not a follower, you're not an underling or a henchman or whatever you want to call yourself to Seth Rollins. You're going to lie to everyone. Is that what you're going to do? You're going to go out there and you're going to lie, right? When you damn know that's what you did. Alright? Everyone bloody saw what you did, I believe, on Impact. And you're going to, sad for that passing and win, and you're going to come out, and you're going to come out, and you're going to lie about it. I'm telling you, I'm not a follower, and I'm not a worshiper, or an underling, or a henchman to Seth Rollins. And you need to say you're sad, Kevin Owens, for what you did. Okay, before we do that, I just gotta bring someone. Before we do that, I just want to have another friend to come out here and tell me what he or she thinks. Well, I wonder who this other friend that Kevin Owens talks about, Jim Ross, is. Come on! Not that he doesn't want to stand up anymore. Belaska? Yes. Do you think that Fight Lord or Fight Overseer Roth Burns isn't some worshiper or some follower or some underling of Seth Rollins? Well, Kevin, I don't know, Belasca says. Well, what's all this going on for? What is Belasca got to be in this for? I don't know, Belasca says. I mean, yeah, he gave you a fast 1, 2, 3 on Impact. And he took the chair away, for the seat away from you. We were going to hit Seth Rollins with it. Now, Belasca, Kevin Owens, I told you, I'm not a worshiper, I'm not a follower or an underling or a henchman of Seth Rollins. I'm going to tell you that again. So you need to say you're sad. Alright, I'll take you at your word, Kevin Owens says. Mistakes and mishaps happen. But I hope. But I hope it does not happen again. Well, we got all that done, Jim Ross says. And okay, we got that done, Jim Ross says, and we hope everything works out well. Well, we sure everything works out well too, Conan the Barbarian said. We sure hope that Roth Burns is telling the truth. Well, I sure hope so too, Jim Ross said, because it'd be sad if he was lying about him being with Seth Rollins or not. Well, Taz says only time will tell if he's telling the truth or telling a lie about being with Seth Rollins or not. You know, that's all the time we have here for TWF Dynamite. I am Jim Ross with Conan the Barbarian and Taz. We hope you like Dynamite, and we'll see you tomorrow for Friday Night SmackDown.